Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about what are, in my opinion, the three best Batmobiles in the Batman Arkham series, or I should say in Batman Arkham Knight. Usually I do top 5 videos, but I sort of thought that because there's only around, I believe around 10 Batmobiles in the game, I didn't want to do, or maybe a little bit more, I didn't want to do 5 for each, because then I'd be forced to put ones I actually like in the ones that are like the worst, which I didn't really think was fair. So I'm going to stick with 3. And with that being said, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, and let's start. Now, at the number 3 spot, I have the Batman vs Superman Batmobile. Now, the reason that I have this at number 3 and not any higher is simply because there's no battle mode in this, and that's actually a common theme in this video. None of the ones I've chosen actually have a battle mode, so you can't do a lot of the missions in the game. These are more for races and just, when you finish the game to just drive around in. And the reason this is one of my favorites is because I don't love the Batman vs Superman movie, but I've always really, really liked the Batmobile. I think that it's a very suitable look for Batman in that movie. And I think one thing I always talk about is how it actually looks in the game in terms of like color scheme, everything like that. Like, does it actually work in the game? Some Batmobiles look sort of silly in this game, but luckily in this game, I actually think that the Batman vs Superman Batmobile is actually very cool. And when you use it, you're driving around Gotham and running into walls and things like that. It's actually really fun to watch it go. It's just fun to drive it around and smash into stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys agree with me on that, or at least can sort of see where I'm coming from putting that in the 3rd place. And it's just very faithful to the actual movie. Like, it actually looks like how it did in the movie, which is always an important thing when, you're trying to, I guess, remake something for a different form of, media. Alright, now at the number 2 spot, I actually have the 1989 Michael Keaton film, Batmobile. I was about to say Batsuit, Batmobile. This one is amazing because, of course, we have the Batsuit that I talked about in my last video that works really well with this. And this is one you could say might look a little silly in the, really good-looking graphics of Arkham Knight. You have a cartoony-looking Batmobile, but it looks so good. Just looking at it here, I hope you guys can sort of see where I'm coming from with it. I think that the all-black look, aside from, of course, the yellow lights and, like, the red lights on it and stuff, is really cool. And it's a very classic look for the Batmobile. When you think of the Batmobile, it's that look is sort of what most people would think of, at least to me. You might think of, the Christian Bale Batmobile, but for me, I always think of this one, because it's just iconic in my opinion. And let me know if you agree. Let me know what your favorite Batmobile is. As I don't know what I'm saying here, but just let me know what you guys think of this Batmobile. And same goes with the last one I talked about. Of course, it comes from a movie, so you want it to actually look like how it does in the movie, and it actually does. While looking very cartoony, it still manages to sort of fit into the world, which is sort of strange, but as I said, when you mix it with the actual suit, it looks really good when you're playing Arkham Knight. Alright, now at number 1, I don't actually have any honourable mentions here. I might put them in the comments, so check that out if I actually think of any. If not, I'll give you an update in the next video, which will be the worst Batmobiles. Again, it'll be the top 3. Anyway, enough rambling on. So my number 1 is actually the Rocksteady original Batmobile that we saw briefly in Batman Arkham Asylum. Now, if you watched this channel before, Asylum is my favourite in the series, so this is partially based on bias, but we didn't really get to drive it at all in that game. I shouldn't say we didn't get to drive it in that game. So the reason I love it the most is actually because, again, of the nostalgia, but also because it's the first time we get to use it in Arkham Knight, because of course we couldn't drive vehicles in any of the other games, up until Knight. So I just really like the design. It has like a really sort of grey and black, as well as like blue colour to it. and it's very like small and compact looking, but it also looks like he would be able to, have all of his weapons and stuff. I shouldn't really say weapons, his gadgets in there. It's just a very fitting Batmobile. Like, I could 100% see him using it all the way up into Arkham Knight, where of course he has to upgrade it because he's fighting people in tanks. So obviously that car couldn't really, withstand a massive shot from a tank. But just for getting around Gotham City and, and Arkham Island, I think that it would actually have been really cool if we got to drive it. But either way, that is my favourite Batmobile in the Batman Arkham series. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favourite Batmobile? Do you agree? Do you disagree with this? Consider subscribing for more Batman Arkham videos, and I hope to see you in the next video on the worst Batmobiles in the Arkham games. Thanks for watching.